All right, guys, we're back, and we had a really eventful day. Aurea, you had a nice chat with somebody in Reading.
I did. I had a really good chat
Okay,
with someone
tell
in
us how
Reading.
that went.
I had a wonderful chat with a really great lady who owns a tiny house manufacturing
Hmm.
company. She and her husband started it a little over a decade ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they're in the Reading area. They're called Forever Tiny Homes.
Forever Tiny Homes.
Her name is Arlene.
Arlene.
And I had a great chat with Arlene. She's really awesome. Yeah, very friendly. And as it turns out, we have some things in
A lot
common.
of
And
things in
yeah,
common.
and yeah, she's just we really enjoyed talking to each other. And so yeah, long story short, I scheduled us a time. We're gonna go down. We're gonna take the kids on a Saturday when you're not at work, and we're all going to go down together. We're going to have a little tour. She's going to show us all around there.
Check out
There,
all the tiny houses, show
yeah.
them, sent over the ordinances and the
Mm-hmm.
roof pitch and insulation install, and see what we can do.
Yeah, we're going to talk about all this stuff. There's slightly different challenges with them down in Shasta County and working with Tehama County. There's, some slight differences to up here in Siskiyou County, but a lot of similar challenges with some people, they still have a stigma with, tiny houses or
No, not people. Not people.
and even like modular or manufactured. And I'm learning more and more as we're doing this. I'm learning there's actually a lot of differences even between modular and manufactured. About the
Legal.
yeah, like the requirements and the certifications and the standards that go into building and everything. So those things I never knew I'd be learning about.
So that's exciting. We have some really homegrown, earthy, girthy people,
Mm-hmm.
just like us up here in Siskiyou County, down there,
Mm-hmm.
and we can relate to a lot of things in life.
Yeah. So we have our friend up here that does build tiny homes too,
Yep.
and we've been hosting dinners over there, and we've been touring their tiny houses with our people when they come for dinners,
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And Shane's awesome, and
Oh yeah.
Ilana's awesome, and
Oh yeah.
um, but at the end of the day, still, Shane's just he pretty much builds them himself, and so he doesn't build a lot of them. And so he's also talked to Forever Tiny
Oh
Homes.
yeah,
So
for sure.
so
And
yeah,
have
there's
other cousins in the
mhm.
north that manufacture.
So there's a lot of opportunities for everybody because I think there's definitely a huge
There's a
appetite
huge
for
demand.
this product and for this
Monstrous,
market. So
multi-generational
yeah,
demand.
I think there's plenty of abundance and
Plenty to go
business to
around.
go around. Yeah. So um, I'm gonna reach out. We'll probably reach out to Shane too and chat with him.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna schedule our tour to go down and meet them down there and just learn more about all the stuff they have and just again sharing our thoughts and ideas on how we keep all these things moving forward.
How did you find her?
Oh yeah, I was referred to Arlene from Dan, who is my contact that I met through our membership at the Tiny Home Industry Association. I got us a membership for that industry association about maybe a month and a half or so ago,
Mm-hmm.
because I thought it'd be a good resource to connect with some people that know the ins and outs of this.
Mm-hmm. Who wrote?
Yeah, so I reached out and I asked them if they had a contact, if I could talk to someone about our ordinance here in Mount Shasta, just some questions and how we can make it stronger because we do have people in other cities in the county and eventually I think county-wide that are interested in this. And so we just want to make sure that it's as good as it can be. If there's any areas we could clean up or make better, so I reached out and they said, yeah, you should talk to Dan. He's our expert on this stuff. So I talked to Dan, and Dan actually is the president of the association. And as it turns out, he's been in this industry for decades.
Hmm.
And he actually used to do work with some of the other cities, like in a different capacity, like actual city civil service work before he got into this role.
Hmm.
And so he's actually the one that's written a lot of the ordinances that they brought forth in like places like LA and San Diego and I think San Jose and um, um, Placer County, Mendocino County, like all over the place.
What did Dan think when he read our Mount Shasta city ordinance and saw?
Dan is awesome. He's been really great. So we've had several chats, and Dan said, "Send me your ordinance. I'd be happy to take a look and help you out." So I sent him the ordinance, and when he got back to me, he said, "You know what?" He said, "Honestly, your ordinance is like 90% good. There's only a couple of minor adjustments that I would suggest." And so he immediately sent me up drafted language and everything to share with our city. And so I did that. And then I set up a meeting so that we could get together with the city manager and the planning manager and
And
the public works director
and
and our inspector. And that's the key person, because
mm-hmm,
he really, the inspector is always the one that's like got to get up to speed on, because it's different than what they're used to. So
mm-hmm.
um,
You're all welcome. By the way, that's a miracle to pull that off. Just FYI.
and free advice on how to fix. Yeah. So,
For the whole
so
county.
yeah, he did it pro bono for us, and then he got on a call. He said, "Yeah, I'll be happy to get on a call with you." So I scheduled a call with our people. Like, we got on the call, we hashed everything out. He's offered himself as a continued resource, so they can get back to him and ask him questions. And then even just after the meeting, there was a question from our inspector. Dan immediately pulled the Mendocino information and got it back to us like right away. So yeah, he's on it. He is great. And so he was laughing because he's like, it's so funny. He's like, I love reading this. He's like, because he's like, I'm reading some of the language in your ordinance. He's like, and I can see like it's directly pulled from ordinances I wrote like 5-10 years ago. He's like, and so it's kind of fun to read some of this language. It's like it's changed now because this stuff changes all the time. So he's like, so it's I kind of smile when I'm reading this
I'm
stuff
reading
that
my
I
old
wrote
journal that I wrote
before, and
5 years ago.
so he's the guy to have look it over,
He's
because
the guy.
he knows all the ins and outs and what's changed and updated along the way, and he's got great wisdom to share with us.
And our team's getting a lot stronger.
Yeah. And I kind of share this too, but he also said he's working with some people on the federal level, and they're working on some changes on the federal level. So the great news is, as much as like we're going to keep moving forward to keep momentum and keep things moving forward so we don't have to sit and wait, but they're also working on things at the federal level. So he said they're pretty good ways through that process, actually. And he thinks within about 5 years that a lot of this local stuff will not even be necessary anymore, because all these questions will be cleared up at a higher level. So it'll be easier. So
Interesting
cool.
times that
But
we are in.
it's cool that, like, because we're still working through this on a local level, I think it's still
level.
important, because then we have input for what's specific for our area's needs.
In 5 years, we'll be a specialist,
So
one of
we
the
can
specialists
make
for
all
tiny
those
house.
changes as we go, and then that'll, I think, also help influence whatever the federal rules are, because we can only just make it better. The more input you get from other communities can only just make it better.
And a tiny house can be around 120,000 ish or less.
Yeah.
Which means that in our county, in Siskiyou County, when the average individual makes 40 grand, 40 average, a mortgage that you can qualify for is 30% of whatever your income is. And so all you got to do is take $40,000, times it by 3, and that's about 120,000. So guess where the future is going for Siskiyou County? Mount Shasta is really high. It's about 500,000. All the other cities is 450, 350 ish, 250 if you're lucky.
Right.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where. Probably in Doris or Tennant or
Maybe.
Pondosa.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some ghost town somewhere. Gazelle almost, maybe. But that's a miracle if you find something that's 250-ish. And so we feel that alternative housing, whether that's tiny houses on wheels or shipping container houses that's coming, or a kit house that you can put together, or a 3D printed house, a concrete, fire resistant, high fireproof house. We don't care. We just care that it's somewhere around $150,000.
Somewhere that's not going to kill people.
Yeah, and the average
trying to
family
make their
can
lives.
afford it. That's where the future is going. That's where our baby boomers are moving into. The tiny house demand is not, it's a multi-generational. It's our young people, it's our college grad kids, it's our young families about 40 years old, 35, 45 with a couple kids and a dog. And it's our baby boomers that's moving into assisted living, into downsizing, into it's all.
Yeah, a lot of people that just reached a point where they, they don't have a house full of people anymore, and they're ready to downsize and simplify. It's just less upkeep. It's better.
It's just way better.
Yeah, so it makes more sense. There's different phase and stage for different things and different lifestyles. So we need to have a variety of solutions that meet different needs.
Yeah. So that was super, really cool, exciting. We're going to take a tiny house tour in about a month from now-ish, 3 weeks from now, down in Reading, solidify stronger referrals. So you found them, one through Shane. Shane said them, talked about them.
Shane mentioned them before. And then Dan really, he said, you got to talk to Arlene at Forever Tiny Homes. They're awesome, and they really know your area. They know the requirements, the roof pitch, and all this stuff for your area. You got to talk to them. So yeah, I reached out, and even the other day after the meeting, and I mentioned that I had connected, or I had left a message for Arlene, and she had called me back, and then Dan even texted me later, and he said, "Oh, I'm so glad that you connected with Arlene at Forever Tiny Homes. They're really awesome."
Yeah, they really are. So our team is getting stronger, which means our county is getting better. That means our city and cousin cities, sister cities next door to us is getting stronger. There's one more thing I know I had with her. She said something along the levels that she was moving towards the county.
Oh, they're talking. Well, they've been talking.
But what challenges that she found?
She's been talking with Shasta County, and they've been hitting a lot of resistance in Shasta County so far. A lot of it is like a lot of places. There's a little bit of maybe stigma left over from long time ago, and some of it also is just general confusion or unfamiliarity with the building standards. So I think some of the officials or some of the inspectors are maybe under the impression that the tiny homes and things are more so like under the building standards and building codes of like the old school manufactured homes, which maybe are more like under the HUD requirements, the HUD building requirements, which from what Dan was saying, those codes haven't really been updated in like 40 years. So they're not the best standards these days. And so what he was saying, the difference between those and what the requirements are for like a lot of these tiny homes and things now is the modulars and then the tiny homes now are built more specifically with like Title 24 and different building code requirements. And so they most of them do meet these certifications already and these standards that the inspectors want to see. They just aren't familiar with that, and they kind of sometimes go in with the assumption that they don't, and so maybe there's more resistance. But with the proper builder who's got the proper certifications, they're going to inspect all the things, and it's going to come already like inspected and certified to meet certain requirements. So it should really be a pretty easy green light for a lot of places.
Two things. One is she talked about different challenges by going into the county and getting them on the same page. And then while you answer that, share those challenges, because there's lots of tiny house manufacturers that are in the same shoes as her. in Reading. That's finding challenges at the county level, um, comparison to us,
Well,
and how we can help each other.
well, a lot of it was, again, due to just that some of their city officials are maybe more resistant to changes, or they're not as familiar with things. And then one of the things she said was, that she's good at what she does, and she's a
She's really good at what
specialist
she
in
does.
what they do, which
Right.
is, they build these homes, they know the ins and outs of these homes. But that sometimes when you're dealing with people in a political capacity, they kind of like they speak different language, and
No.
the way they handle things is kind of different.
Procedures,
So yeah. um
language.
yeah, so she was excited that we are going to come down and meet with them and everything, because she said they would really appreciate our help coming down and working with some people and trying to help.
See, we're really good at what we do too.
Mhm.
We don't manufacture the tiny house. That's not
No,
our specialty.
no.
But we are good in the arenas of city and the strategy of pressing towards county. We did not jump straight to county. We just started right in our city, and then we started helping our little cousins, Dunsmuir and Weed, and now Lake Shastina, and that we know that as you collect data and show progress as a flagship with your city, eventually there will be a mathematical event that takes the tiny house stronger ordinance that's coming soon to theaters near you, and it's going to go from one city to the next 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 city. And it might take a long time, but eventually the data that you collect from all these different cities will be the hard data that you need to go to county and say, look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie. This is how you do it. And so I can tell that multiple tiny house manufacturers in multiple states probably have an issue with the language, the politics, the procedures. What's that book that they have to read from to do the procedures?
Oh, the Robert's Rule of Orders.
That stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and when you're in that role, like there's just a process and a way that you're required to
It's a lot of
operate.
learning.
That's part of the job. So you have to be able to.
So that's what I feel like
Yeah.
we can help them or other tiny house manufacturing with that PR, that side, and they can help us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really, 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 really good fit. There's something else. I forgot what it was off the top of my head, but it was really, really good. So
From today?
yeah, I thought so, but there was one more piece. I know maybe that was the last piece.
Okay.
I think we just answered the last one. All right, good.
Mm-hmm.
Today's Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow is Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening tomorrow?
What's happening tomorrow?
A lot. A lot is happening tomorrow. Pretty much history.
A lot was happening today to get ready for tomorrow.
History is being made.
Still have a lot tomorrow to do too.
Okay, we have a business networking event, Ohana Connect.
We do.
5 p.m., 5 to 7 p.m. at Clandestinos.
Yay!
Clandestinos is on Main Street, right across from
Stoneway Athletics.
with Scott and Katie, the athletic, the gym, right across the street, or the bakery or the appliance place right downtown. Right across the street, there's a big 3-story building. You got Tim Stearns up there, and you got the Planet People right there, and then right on the bottom, that little place is called Tapas and Wine. It's right there.
Yeah.
You can go to myohanaconnect.com to find more information about it. But it's just business networking. That's bring your business cards. There's a lot of good things on top of the website, a lot to be done. We've decided that we're going to have a little pregame. And so pre-networking is somewhere near 5 p.m. to 5:30-ish. We'll figure it out. So just bring your business cards. Coming over free door entry. is free. So everybody that's a business, spiritualist, yoga, sound bath, nonprofits, for-profits just getting started,
If you're like a not spiritual business, if
long
you're
time has been,
Edward Jones or whoever, yeah,
Black Bear Diner,
everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome.
yeah, coffee shop,
Yeah,
just come on by. It's
yeah.
good for businesses to get together.
Hmm.
Share business cards,
Yeah.
get some new cell phones,
Hmm.
go to lunch
Hmm.
together,
Hmm.
build a relationship there. We know we're going to have this monthly. In fact, we already booked next month's business networking event announcement to come soon.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
and we know it's monthly,
Yeah.
and we have the intent to scale bi-monthly, semi-monthly. I don't
Semi-monthly.
know what the difference
Yeah.
is. Sounds the same to
Semi
me.
is half a month.
What's bi?
Every 2 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like bi-weekly is every other week. So like if you get paid bi-weekly, you get like a
every
paycheck
other
every
week.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that what?
No, because bi-monthly would be every 2 months, once every 2 months.
Oh, I get what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Semi, it's like chop it in half.
Also, I just need to say bi-weekly.
There you go.
See?
Yeah, but if we're actually going to have it, because then we could end up having 3 in 1 month if the days fall the right way.
Okay, everyone else in the regular world knows exactly what the hell I'm talking about.
I ran a business that ran on like scheduling that way, routing on like the first.
So it's
and
going to be
third
the first.
Thursdays.
It's
So,
going to be
yeah.
once a month, no matter what. And we are really specifically shooting for Thursdays. Why?
In my experience,
And mine too.
the Thursdays always seem to be the best turnout. It's the easiest day of the week for people to make it work. It's kind of close to the weekend, so you're gearing up for it, but it's not the beginning of the week either. Like it's hard to you want to go to stuff on a Monday or a Tuesday.
No.
So
And I was in
yeah,
Salt Lake City, and everything that was
yeah.
all those meetings. Everybody was on Thursdays because data showed that
Thursday
that's
just
the best.
seems like the best day.
So
Yeah.
we're doing it on Thursdays,
Mhm.
and then we have the intent to do it every other Thursday.
Mhm.
And if we can scale up to every other Thursday, which we think we can,
Mhm.
that leaves us with 19 more events from now until the end of the year. 19 more events that we could put on this big, huge calendar to get business owners together.
Mm.
Yeah, so that should be fun. We had a really, really good turnout. We shook a lot of business owners' hands, put out a lot of flyers. We got a lot of private messages, 50, easy. A lot of people excited about coming. So it should be a really, really, really good turnout. And then we'll tell you all the benefits about joining this business networking event. At the end of the rainbow, in a short little nutshell, we figured out that you have to solve the jobs to create affordable housing, and you have to create affordable housing to create jobs.
You gotta have both.
You got to have both. The end.
Mm-hmm.
And so we saw a gap in the marketplace, and we said, we'll do it. So now we are going to help business owners get more cash flow, get more advertising and marketing, get more targeted marketing, get a local base, customer base ready for every winter resilience, whether tourists come or not. We hope tourists always come.
Yeah, of course.
But
that can't be the only thing.
If winter comes and you need a local base for strong resilience, and then tourists come, that's a cherry on top. It's not all your eggs in one basket kind of thing. And so that's what we want to develop. And if we can help 50 businesses get a local customer base by targeted advertising, targeted all this stuff that we do, social media wise, we believe that you will hire one person. One person, just one. If each of 50 businesses hire one person, we just help to create 50 new jobs. We anticipate 50 new jobs will be somewhere around 40,000 a year, just a county average-ish. And at that point, we should have enough partnerships with Tiny Houses on Wheels, land that's being donated to us, working with the city for new land inside the city limits to create a pilot program that will match the $40,000 salary. And in theory, we'll have a thriving town. and it might take us a little while, but somebody has to solve this. Our college kids are graduating. They need a place to stay. Our high school kids are going to college, and our elementary kids are going to high school. And we need to think about them. And that's that's all, folks.
Yep.
That's enough for tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Love you guys.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.